Yes, guys, welcome to the Game Week 8 deadline stream. International break has been a long one, but we are back here in FPL mode, and I've made 3 transfers. Yes, that's right. Loads coming up in today's show. Stay tuned. We're going to wait for a few more to come in and say hello. Before we get started, I'm a little bit croaky. Morning to FPL. Rohit, morning. Would you recommend Sang? We're going to speak so much about Foden. Stay with me on that. I've got loads to show you imagery on Foden as well. Shiraz is here. Freddie's here. Rich is here. Ultra's in the house. Absolutely. The WhatsApp has been buzzing for channel members since yesterday afternoon, pretty much. And yesterday evening was so much fun with Solanke Gate. Rowena, Glenn, John, hello to you. Dave, Gucci's in from Australia. And so John from South Africa, all over the world. Malaysia as well represented, 6-man pod. Hello to you as well, mate. So look, we've got a poll running. Do get voting. Do you think Saka starts? Saka, by the way, is either a starter or a I'm not playing at all, right? Saka's either in the squad and starting or not in the squad at all. Now, we're going to go on a little bit of a journey in 2 minutes where I show you all the imagery we've got and I give you my opinion. My opinion, I think, helps clarify the situation a little bit. But before we see the willy won't he, let's assume Saka starts and look at why we own Saka. Saka's been flying. Saka gets a goal involvement every game, pretty much. Saka plays a Bournemouth team that are going to have a go. With all of that in mind, he's a very dangerous sell. Now, sure, there's managers out there that are hoping for news before the deadline. Guys, I could tease you. I go, oh, don't make a decision right up to deadline. We'll get something. Do I think we'll get clarity on Saka? Absolute clarity? No. No. I don't think we will. Like, Arsenal play at 5:30. We have to remember that. If Arsenal were the early kickoff, we'd get a leak. If Arsenal were at 3 o'clock, don't know if I'd be confident of a leak. Arsenal are at 5:30. Will we get a leak? I don't think so. So we can go with the information we've got. So what information do we have? Guys, I am, of course, scouring Twitter whilst we're live. But yeah, let's see where we get to. The morning after rollercoaster of last night X was absolutely popping. And this morning, Casey, you should see some of the comments. I've had people call me unhinged. I've had people tell me to get a real job. In fact, I just posted some screen grabs. This is a few, right? Pal, say this is a joke. That can't be serious. And then I had, I've seen some things from engaged managers playing FPL, but this is by far the most unhinged. Analysing and comparing players' posture on a Friday night. What a game. Then I also had 2 more, and then I'll show you the pictures. A grown man choosing to give up a proper job in the real world so he can play Football Manager is just bonkers. I mean, I genuinely wouldn't be able to take myself seriously as an adult, right? And then another one, you are sick. Okay, I've got a mental. It's just not, right? Do what makes you happy, guys. And on Friday night, I had a really nice evening out with my dad, who was up visiting. We spent the day at the farm with my daughter, my 2-year-old daughter, and I had a nice, wholesome family day. Then at 9 o'clock, I went to bed early. I've not been feeling great. You can hear my croaky throat. Got a terrible cough. And I thought, I'm just going to check Twitter. And I saw it. I was like, I'm not ready for bed yet. Let's do an hour of research. And I had a huge amount of fun looking into Saka's walk, looking into Timber's walk, looking into Timber's relationship with Trossard, Saka's relationship with Trossard, the muscular shoulders, the non-muscular shoulders. Let me get through it all, right? Okay, so even I looked back and looked through Google to see if Saka is the type of player that puts his hand over his sleeve like that. Because people either do that or they don't. Like, I'm not someone that will ever do that. Some of you watching might be people that do that. Right? Saka does it. And in the photo, there's that. That's the pro-Saka argument. But there's loads of pro-Timber arguments. I personally, guys, don't think we've seen Saka. I don't think Saka was on that bus. But I wouldn't be surprised, knowing Arteta as we do, firstly, I wouldn't be surprised if, let's say, it is Saka. The reason his hood's up like that is because Arteta's told him. He's not been pictured in any training photos. because Arteta's told the Arsenal team not to put any out. And there's a very good chance he travelled to Bournemouth, but away from the team, because Arteta said there's going to be people there taking photos. I don't want anyone knowing if you're fit or not. He could have been in a taxi and gone to the hotel undercover. A new ultra from Rowena. Shout out Rowena. If you've signed up as an ultra, how do you know Rowena's an ultra Gucci? Does it say? It doesn't. It just says to me, became a new member. If you are signing up though, and you are an ultra, then the ultra is the extra benefit they get from the squad members. And Rowena, I think you've been a squad member for a while, haven't you? So the ultras are in the WhatsApp group. Rowena, we would love to have you in the WhatsApp group. I just need your number. So can you Instagram me, DM, or tweet me, or somehow contact me with your number? That'd be amazing. And then we can get you in the WhatsApp group today. I'll do it as soon as I come off this stream at 11 o'clock. So guys, let's head through Gianni playing investigator, shall we? And Rowena, thank you so much for signing up. That is absolutely awesome. If anyone else wants to sign up, guys, look, I will give away some squad members, not ultras members for the WhatsApp, but some squad members today if we get to a certain amount of subs. So let me just do a quick stock check where we're at with subs. And depending on where we're at, let's set ourselves a target, I don't know, 50 subs or something. Yeah, we're at 20,076. If we get, 50, let's go 50 subs, then I will give away 5 channel members. So do hit the subscribe button if you're new around here. And let me give you, if not, just hit the like button. Guys, you know there's dozens of streamers out there streaming with thousands of viewers. If you want to help me out, let alone me with only 200 people watching, then hit that like button because it massively helps the algorithm. So expected sleeve pull, yeah, so good. It does say ultra, does it? I see. I'm not on YouTube. I'm on StreamYard, which goes for you. Blah, blah. Yeah, the date. You're right, Giovanni. In Italy, it's way more transparent. So this is Gianni playing detective. First of all, fair play to Tommy Gunn. These images are all from Tommy Gunn. He went and stood outside the Hilton Hotel in Bournemouth. He got a video. This is stills from the video. Straight away, Havertz, yeah. But then we saw who we thought was Saka, because Saka wasn't pictured elsewhere. And in front of Trossard, we thought that was Saka. Now, Saka is 6 centimetres taller than Trossard. That lines up. Straight away, I thought, oh yeah, it'll be Saka. Then I kept watching the video, and I saw, well, yeah, it's good for the 6 centimetres taller. It's good for the fact I know he's mates with Trossard, because remember, they're off the team bus. Whoever they're sat with on the team bus is who they're walking with in the queue, because it's the way you get off the bus. Just like when you get off an aeroplane, right? You get off next to the people you've sat with. So would Saka be sat with Trossard? Yeah, he would. They're good mates. Well documented. And I also looked through Google and saw Saka does do that. Saka does do that, right, with his hand. But then Saka would usually acknowledge the crowd. He didn't even glance. But that could have been because he was told not to, and he was told to have his hood up. Saka isn't that muscular. And I looked at this and I was like, Saka walks really upright. And this guy was walking like that. And it straight away led me to Jurriën Timber, who wasn't pictured elsewhere. I think it's Timber. But let's have a look. I then thought, let's see Saka and Trossard next to each other. Just like in this picture, we can see Saka and Trossard next to each other. How do they compare? Yes, Saka's taller, but body frame is very similar. And we can see how upright Saka is. And we can see his shoulders are pretty much the same as Trossard's in terms of muscular. Here in the picture, the arms are way bigger than Trossard's. They're bulging out the hoodie and he's leaning forward. That led me to go on my journey of, I was confident it was Saka, to I was 50% sure it was Saka, to now I think, guys, I think it's like 5%. I'm 90% sure that was Jurriën Timber, right? Timber is also mates with Trossard, by the way. I've Googled that too. Now, Andy Martin is 6 foot. He went to the exact sign late last night and stood by it. So we can see here, that's the sign. Andy Martin, 6 foot. He was like, I'm going to go stand by the sign. Now, Saka and Timber, there's only 1 centimetre between them. So standing by the sign is neither here nor there. All that this shows us, it was a little bit of fun, right? All this shows us is the guy who was by the sign is under 6 foot. Well, we know that. But Timber is actually way shorter than you might think. He's the same height as Bukayo Saka. So FPL managers going above and beyond here. Now, one final shot. Just looking at the side profile, and this is zoomed in and doesn't really tell us much, you could argue, Bobby Love said, it's Timber. And when you look at the nose and you look at the hairline, it does appear to be slightly more Durian Timber, but that's so difficult. I think the reason it's Timber is the muscular shoulders. I think that's the biggest giveaway. Oops. What have I done? I think that's the biggest giveaway. I think this shot here, seeing how slight Saka is, and then going, yeah, Timber. And also, when you look at his thighs around the jog bottoms as well. So anyway, isn't that a bit of fun? We'll come back to this later, and we'll keep you up to date if we get anything in terms of like leaks. Of course we will. Of course we will. Guys, if you're enjoying this, please do show your support. I said I'll give away 5 channel memberships if we get to 50 subs today. So far, we've had one of you have subscribed. So thank you for that one person. If you want to add anything to the chat, you've got to be a subscriber to do that. And I'm going to answer your questions as well today, guys, as many as I can. So hope you've enjoyed this. Hope you've enjoyed this so far. We got loads more to show you and loads more to come. Of course we have. Of course we have. Morning to Adam in the chat as well. What a detective world this is, Detective Johnny. It's getting out of hand. It absolutely is. It was so much fun, though. I must admit, I had loads of fun. What's really funny with all this analysis, do you want to see my team? Let's guess. Before I show you my team, let's guess the 3 transfers I've done. Can anyone guess the 3 transfers I've done? Come on, guys. What players have I bought in this week? I'll give you a spoiler alert. I have not sold Bukayo Saka. I have not sold Bukayo Saka. Saka's still in my team. Yeah, Solanke for Solanke. Thank you, Rowena. Very good. You clearly follow me on Twitter. Get your guesses in the chat. Who have I bought in? Have I bought in Madison? No. Have I bought in Foden? Ding, 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 ding. Yes, I've bought in Foden, but not for Saka. Have I bought in Dibling? Ding, 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 ding. Yes, I have. Johnson, no. Palmer, no. I've got the exact funds for Palmer next week. Leaf Davis or Dibling. I'd start Dibling. Yeah, you guys know me well, don't you, with the Foden in. Yeah, there we go. C's got it. I think a few of you did say Solanke, to be fair. I bought in Solanke. Diaz to Foden, Semenyo to Dibling, and Havertz to Solanke. Absolutely. That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. So this is my team. It means I get to keep Saka, but I do have Rodgers first sub. I'm very happy with Rodgers coming in. Ciao from Durban. There we go, Lucien. Ah, my grandfather-in-law is from Durban. I did. So let me give you my thinking. Why have I made these decisions so early? I made these moves last night. Sells is okay to play. He's been pictured in training. Yeah, he's good. Detective Janny was back out yesterday. So the reason I had to sell Havertz was really annoying. I didn't want to. I genuinely think Havertz is a better shout than Solanke this week, but I don't think there's much in it. We're going to show you some goal scorer odds in a minute. Now, Solanke had a price rise last night. I've got the exact funds to go Saka to Palmer next week for free. Saka to Palmer next week for free gives me the exact funds. If I hadn't made the Solanke switch last night, which I was going to make next week, I wouldn't have been able to do it in one move, Palmer in. And I think Palmer in is really, really important to me. So, with a heavy heart, guys. Oh, it was on the ticker at the bottom of the screen. Duh. With a heavy heart, Solanke's come in. But, Christian, please no spamming in the chat. I like Kulu. I prefer others. Oh, really, FPL Badger? What's your sauce? What's your sauce? So there we go. Solanke's goal scoring odds, by the way, are really quite good. Solanke, according to the bookers, this is a Rob T graphic. They have Haaland projected goals. Well, this is from the spread market. It's usually pretty accurate. Not always bang on, of course. Solanke is the second most likely goal scorer this week. 0.67. Good odds. Good odds. Havertz, by the way, is way down. Where is Havertz on this list? It's not even there, is he? He's around 30%. I think he's just after Palmer. We'll talk about Luis Diaz in a minute. God, my throat's bad. My throat's bad. I really need a cough sweet. So that's where I'm at. We can have a look at this data. We can suck it in. Taylor, thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you so much, Taylor. That's awesome. Thanks for the support. And always, you can support by subscribing, support by liking. Super chats are welcome. And I hope I can help you with any of your super chat questions. Taylor says, Taylor, just like me, 3 free transfers, right? We're going to come back to some data. I want to show you the clean sheet data as well. And we'll go through some predictions. 3 free transfers, exact money. Saka and Diaz to Son and Foden. It might just be fate. Look, Taylor, I've sold Diaz this week. I think Diaz has got a good fixture. Guys, let's all put a prediction in the chat to help Taylor out. What do we predict the scoreline between Liverpool and Chelsea will be? I think it's 2-1. I think Liverpool scored 2 goals. And I think with 2 goals, there's a very good chance Diaz could be involved. But, where are the mods? If anyone wants to be a mod, let me know. A lot of you going for win. Chelsea wins. 1-1 says FPL Amateur. I think there's goals in it for Liverpool. Not massive goals, but goals. And therefore, if Diaz starts, he's a good pick. Do I think Diaz starts? Probably, but no guarantee. Do I think Son and Foden start? Absolutely, yes. Do I think Saka starts? No guarantee. Therefore, Taylor, no, you've got 3 moves. That's only 2 of them. I like it. I think I would do it. Gucci's gone 3-1. Yeah, Gucci's a Liverpool fan, but still. I was going to go 3-1 or 2-1, not going to lie. I can't see Chelsea winning this game. We've been vulnerable defensively. Can I get a membership? Yeah, sure, Arlo. $2.99 a month if you fancy it. You might win one, but you can definitely become a member. All members' questions get answered and brought onto screen as well, by the way, guys, just like Adam's. If you want to be in the WhatsApp group, Rowena, that is awesome that you've joined. Let me know how you're sending me my number, your number, and I can check. Let's go Jenny Stream. Torn between option 1 says T Balcon, Diaz to Johnson, Diaz to Foden, Diaz to Foden. Oh, do you have to go Winks? Oh, if you had 0.1, you could Dibling. Could see a Desmond. Yes, Taylor. Taylor thinks Liverpool Chelsea could be 2-2. Vandenberg or Greaves. Oh, I don't know if I'd sell Savio, Shiraz. Oh, probably have to, actually. I would hate selling Savio because if he starts, he's got 2 great fixtures coming up, but you just don't know, do you? Should we have a look at a little bit of data? So I'll look at a bit more data. So goal scoring odds we've seen. We'll come back to it. In terms of clean sheets, guys, because a lot of you are asking questions around like defenders. Hey, Karis, good to see you. Asking questions like start Vandenberg or Greaves. Honestly, when it's a coin toss like that, I straight away look at the clean sheet odds. Now, Brentford, 12% likely to keep a clean sheet. Ipswich, 25% likely to keep a clean sheet. I'd start Greaves. Now, then you have to look at goal threat and assist threat. Pretty similar. Greaves actually has higher goal threat than Vandenberg. He's dangerous at set pieces, Greaves. I'm starting Greaves ahead of Mikalenko on my bench. Yeah, it could be Grealish. Also, it could be Bernardo on the right, couldn't it? Grealish on the left. Could have Doku. Doku scored a great goal when he came on. I wouldn't be surprised to see Doku starting. This is loads of fun, guys. I'm loving the Saka stuff. Honestly, it's so interesting because I've done all that research on Saka, and I'll take you through it again in 20 minutes or so. We'll have another Saka run. But regardless of if Saka's there is a very, very good chance that Saka is absolutely fine. Of course there is. There's a 50% chance, I reckon. I think I'm 50-50 on it. Like, why would Saka... Yeah, like if Saka plays, he's got a really good fixture. Now, there are people within, say, Arsenal Fan TV. We all know what AFTV is, right? The fan channel. They're connected-ish to the club. They've got some good connections within the club. There's people within AFTV that don't think Saka will play. There's people within AFTV that do think Saka will play. Again, I wouldn't read much in it. It's very much a 50-50 call, this one. Havertz, everyone's bullish on. We've seen him. Everyone thinks he'll play. Havertz will start. It was very much an international break injury. Now, should we have a look at the language used by Arteta? Knowing we've seen Havertz, the language used by Arteta on Havertz versus Saka is actually really important to consider. Something I haven't looked at. So let me just find the quote that he gave, Arteta, on these two players. Because he did. He literally updated on both. It was something to do with if he gets through training. Right, Mikel said, Saka, it's not a serious injury. We're hopeful. Havertz, we had a few issues. If he trains well today, he has got a good chance. So reading this before we saw Havertz had travelled, you would have thought Kai was the bigger risk. Arteta. Gunnar Arteta. Just right now between. That's really interesting, actually. I think Arteta was nearly too honest. It's unusual for him. It was almost like, oh, that's fishy. Just too, Badger, what's your source, FPL Badger 88? FPL Badger 88 keeps telling us. FPL Badger 88, are you on Twitter? I know there's an FPL Badger on Twitter. I just don't know if that's you. I don't think that's you, FPL Badger 88. If you're on Twitter, let me know. I want to check your profile out. You keep telling us that he's 100% fit. I don't want to 100% discard you, but obviously I think there's a good chance you're making it up. I think Arteta was nearly 2 on it. Yeah. Source, just trust me, bro. Yeah, Arteta's first double bluff. Maybe. So look, clean sheet odds. Got them on screen. Projected goals. I actually screen grabbed this yesterday. This has slightly changed this morning on the news that Sonny trained. This is amazing, right? This is how accurate, how many variables feed into the bookies' algorithms, right? They have suggested that because Sonny was seen in training yesterday and there was a positive update on Son, because of that, the goal scoring odds have slightly increased for Spurs. So Spurs are now at 2.65. And Man City's odds, they're 2.60. They haven't changed. They've gone up slightly. I don't know what the positive thing was there. But the bookies are a little bit more bullish on both Man City and much more bullish on Spurs, all because of Son, 2.6. So who do we think are going to score the most goals this week? Enter the team you think scores the most goals. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if it was Arsenal. But I do think City score the most goals. I think City score more. So give me your team name. Who scores the most goals this game week? City for me. That's why I'm buying Foden. Interesting, Freddie. I'm not that bullish on Spurs. That's probably why I haven't considered Son. Liverpool, says Shiraz. Yeah, I don't hate that prediction, actually. Chelsea fan. Chelsea, remember, no Cucurella, no Fofana. Newcastle, I know Brighton are bad, but no. Brighton are bad defensively. I wouldn't be surprised if Brighton beat them. Rowena thinks City as well. Yeah. Rowena, what transfers have you made? I'm just going to check, Rowena, to see how I'm getting your number, because that's the hardest thing about. Oh, I've just had a message from someone I'm mates with who has spent a lot of time with Saka. It's got no indication of whether or not Saka plays, but just going off the video, I know her take. And her message was, no way this is him. No way this is him. And I agree. It's Timber. Of course it's Timber. Ah, awesome, Morana. I gotcha. Right, it's going to be difficult adding you live on air because it'd be boring for everyone else. But as soon as we're done, I will. Leicester, most goals. Hang on a minute. Do we really think Leicester could score the most goals? The bookies think 1.38. I think Southampton win that. Guys, can we do a prediction? Ah, thanks, JS. Morning, or what have you missed? Oh, Sammy, stay tuned. Sammy, I'm going to take you through a journey of FPL Twitter last night. Sammy, a couple of minutes away. Yeah, fair play there. When Sammy says, I'm staying patient with my team. Right. Thanks, Werner. Ipswich. Yeah, okay. Can we all just do a predictor for, because one of the reasons I've brought in Tyler Dibling is I think Southampton score against Leicester, and I think they're better than Leicester. So Freddie's a Leicester, a Southampton fan. I think Southampton win 2-0. I know you're not on Twitter, Sammy. That's why this is so important. You've missed all my tweets. Oh. We're doing some predictions. Draw Leicester. 4-2. Goals galore, Ice G. Okay. Yeah. I think a lot will sit on the fence with it, and I get why. Like, both teams struggling to score. This is a championship fixture, really, isn't it? It feels like one. Obviously was last year. Okay. Seeing as Sammy has just joined, Oh, thoughts on Spurs hype. I think Spurs West Ham literally could be any type of game. It could be tight. It could be open end to end. I've got no idea. Spurs are a mixed bag. Yeah, a lot going Leicester. So look, let me take Sammy through. Sammy's just joined, and as someone that's not on Twitter, he needs to see this. So, firstly, recap on my team. Bottom of the screen, you'll see I've made 3 transfers. Foden in for Diaz, Dibling in for Semenyo, Solanke in for Kai, right? 3 moves. I had to do them last night because Solanke was due a price rise. And with that, I don't care about 0.1 usually, but with that, Martinelli travelled, Fabio. Martinelli travelled. With the Solanke price rise, if I paid the rate he is today, then I wouldn't be able to get Palmer in one move next week. As things stand, I can go Saka to Palmer for free in one move next week, and that's the move I want to make. So, yeah, Sammy's the guy. Andrew Cullen, if we lose to West Ham, Spurs will win. Say, yeah, maybe. Sales news, yes, he's trained, and Nuno was quoted saying he's fine. So we're good. We're good on sales. So yeah, Johnny, it's big planning. If you saw my early thoughts video at the start of the international break on this channel, you would have seen I said there's 4 moves I want to make. And 3 of them I've made and Palmer next week. So literally nothing's changed for me in 2 weeks. I try and give you my team selections and my early thoughts videos. You'll see a lot of creators being like, oh, I could do this, I could do this. Watch me again tomorrow and I'll tell you a little bit more. I pretty much go, I'm 70% likely to do this. I'm 30% likely to do this. What you see is what you get, right? And I often stick to the plan, not always. In my early thoughts video 2 weeks ago, I said these were the 3 moves I wanted to do and that I wanted to do. I actually said I wanted to do the Solanke move. I wanted to do 2 moves this week and keep Solanke and Palmer for next week. But I had to, the price rise meant I had to go early on Solanke. Am I tempted to captain Foden? Absolutely not. Haaland captain easy for me. Not sure on Kai. It seems more likely than Saka. Yeah, Kai's definitely been pictured. Right, let's get to it. Let's get to it. Kai's fine. My first tweet last night, well done to FPL Tommy Gunn. He did the Lord's work. Got a video of the players coming off the team bus. Havertz, seen. Saka, not seen. We thought it was Saka in front of Trossard there with the hood up. But the more and more we watched it, it weren't Saka. It weren't Saka. We looked at the fact he doesn't acknowledge the crowd. We looked at his muscular shoulders. It looked, the more and more we looked, like Timber. As we can see, Saka very upright and slight. This guy's not upright and slight. Andy Martin went and stood by the sign. Fair play on him. He literally got in the car late last night, early hours in the morning, I think it was, to get a photo to show that the sign, Andy Martin's 6 foot, to show that the sign is 6 foot plus. Hilarious. Hilarious. Doesn't make a difference, by the way, because Timber and Saka are exactly the same height. They're both under 7 foot, 6 foot. When you look at the side profile, it looks even more Timber. So there we are. That was not Saka last night. It was not Saka last night. I'm just telling my WhatsApp group. We've had a tweet from FPL Tony, guys. FPL Tony is a well-known ITK on Twitter and in the know. He has said, kind reminder that whoever tells you before FPL deadline about Saka starting or not is just guessing. So make your own decisions. Make your own decisions. That makes me think if Tony says we're not going to get a leak, we're probably not going to get a leak. There's also been a tweet from Con Harrison. Con Harrison, who, to be fair, he's featured on BBC and We Are the Overlap, 30k followers. He was asked, has Saka travelled? Con said yes, but not starting. Interesting. He says he's travelled. I can share the tweet. Sure. I'll share the tweet, guys. I'll share two. Firstly, I'm going to share FPL Tony's tweet saying that one. And then the other tweets. I've just read them out, but thank you very much, Sammy. 235 watching and 99 likes. Come on, guys and girls. I have a terrible rank and I'm on here. Yeah, there we go, Sammy. Thank you for showing your support. It costs nothing, does it, to hit that like and subscribe button? Now, I know every one of you that I'm actually talking to in the chat is subscribed. So thank you to everyone in the chat. You're all subscribed. That's wicked. But I know there'll be a whole load of other people that are just sort of there in the background, haven't got a YouTube account, whatever. They're not subscribed. And that's cool. But by subscribing, you know when my videos go live. Now, I do these awesome Sunday morning review videos. I'll be back tomorrow morning doing one of those. That, I think, the best live I do of the week, right? Sunday mornings, do not miss them. This time slot, 9 o'clock start, going through all the data and the XG and the visual stuff from the Saturday games. It's so much fun. So come and join me on Sunday. But then throughout the week, I do these cool 10, 15-minute short videos, which are well edited and professionally made. And I reveal my team, whether it's early thoughts videos, team selections, game week previews, buyer's guide, whatever. So by subscribing, you get notifications on all those videos, which I think will help your FPL game. I hope they will. So if you want to hit that button, that'd be amazing. That'd be amazing. So thank you guys for any new subscriber this morning. And if not, the likes are very welcome too. Of course they are. Thanks, Sammy. You always remind me to do my call to action. And I'm sorry to always say it, but if you don't ask, you don't get. So genuinely, if I go through a stream without saying like or subscribe, I genuinely will get 0 subs and like 10 likes. Like people don't tend to hit the buttons unless you tell them. So thank you guys. There we go, Dan. Dan the man. Thanks, Brad. I love Sunday's podcasts. Sunday mornings are wicked because I just love, it's something I was doing anyway, right? My routine on a Sunday morning was always match of the day, catching up from last night. I went to bed early. So I'd catch up on match of the day and then I would look at all the visual stuff like the average position maps, the pass maps. I was like, why don't I stream this? So I don't stream myself watching match of the day. I watched that early, and then by 9 o'clock, I stream me looking at all the visual stuff. Some data from the scout members area, which is always really valuable, and then some visual stuff from between the posts. They're my two go-tos. So loads of fun, loads of fun. Good morning if you're just joining, by the way. Emma's in the house. Hey, Emma. Hope you're good. Emma, you've missed some drama. We're going to get to Saka news shortly. There are people out there saying, ITK is saying you're not going to get any Saka news. There's one other saying he thinks he's travelled but not started. That's all we've got so far. I personally don't think we've got anything concrete yet on Saka starting or not. What we do have is some great visuals of him getting off the team bus that I'm going to run through. I say off the team bus. He ain't getting off the team bus. That's not him. The poll running at the moment, 76% of you think he will start. Let's do a new poll. Let's do a captaincy poll. I love a captaincy poll. So who are you captaining this game week? Haaland, a Spurs attacker, Arsenal attacker, other. Expect it's going to be very, very big on Haaland, but let's see. I reckon 70% Haaland. What do you reckon? 70% Haaland? I think it'll be 70% Haaland. Oh, it's 80 at the moment. What leaks in the WhatsApp? What's my team? SC? Hang on. Need to have a look at Dan's WhatsApps. Yes. Kieran in the WhatsApp group is triple captaining Haaland. He is locked on that. Haaland against the leaky Wolves, it's a no-brainer. Yeah, I think you're right, Rowena. Daniel says, with McNeil vice-captain, mad title. Oh, there we go. Okay. Yeah, totally agree with Rowena. I think I do too. How likely, by the way, is Foden to start? I don't think it's a debate this week. De Bruyne is injured. Foden's fit. They need a number 10. They need creativity. Foden's going to start. I'm bullish on that. Which is why, look, let's just show you my team, which is why I've transferred him in. Of course, it's risky because I'm selling a good player in Diaz. But Foden's going to start. Haaland captain for me, Foden vice. We'll get no news on that, by the way. Any news on Havertz? Yeah, he travelled. He's been pictured. That's Havertz right there. Just behind Ben White on the left-hand photo. Havertz travelled. Could play Gundo number 10. Could play Bernardo Silva there. He played Gundogan DM last Champions League game. Do I go to church on Sundays? No, not regularly. I have been to church on Sunday. But no, I don't usually go to church on a Sunday. I stream. What about pub for Gundo? Yeah, he could do. Gundo's fine. Just don't know where he's going to play. It could be box to box. It could be DM. It could be number 10. I've made 3 free transfers. Dibling, Foden, Solanke, all in. I've sold Diaz, Semenyo, and Havertz, which I was unhappy about, but the Solanke price rise last night meant I had to move because I've got exact funds now to go Saka to Palmer, which makes me very happy. Palmer is brilliant next week. Palmer's entry point, Liverpool away, is clearly not a good one. Palmer's entry point next week is Newcastle at home. That's a good one. I'm not sure we can trust the guy that said he's there and not starting, by the way. Oh, he's deleted it. He's deleted it. Someone said he's there not starting and he's already deleted the tweet. Don't know if I can trust that. De Bruyne back in training, but yeah, it won't start. De Bruyne's going to be a while. He's not played in a month. De Bruyne's last game was the 18th of November. Any news on Son starting? Yeah, I think he'll start, Alex. Yeah, I think he'll start. He's trained. He's fit enough to come straight in. And Werner's been bad. How was your holiday? It was lovely, thank you. Although my wife's had a terrible throat, which I've now got. And my daughter's been coughing loads too. So we're all a bit poorly. Those two especially. I'm a few days behind them. Start Keane or Greaves. When you've got a question like this, the best thing to do if you're completely torn on like a clean sheet player that doesn't offer upside, you look at the clean sheet odds. I don't always go with clean sheet odds. Of course, I like to watch games and make my own decisions. But at times, when it's like Ipswich and Everton who play each other, Ipswich 25%, Everton 22%, and then you consider goal threat. Now, Keane might, firstly, I don't even know if he's guaranteed to start. Like, is Branthwaite and Tarkowski both fit? I don't know. But Greaves offers more goal threat. So absolutely go with Greaves. I go with the home player. I go with the bookies odds. I go with the goal threat. And all of those three things are actually Greaves. Team league's still a thing, kind of a little bit with some teams, but only really for the early game. Like we might get a leak on Spurs. Well, that doesn't really matter because, well, it does matter, but we're not going to get a reliable leak, I don't think, on someone like a Saka. Which he knows. Saka also walks with a limp, some people have said. Honestly, it's so funny the abuse I've got. I'm looking at my Twitter notifications. I'm just getting dog abuse, which is honestly, I don't hate it, like because it's like whatever, you morons. I've just read one. What did I read? Get a grip, you loser. The state of it. I had you're sick. This is just for posting images of not inappropriate images. This is just posting images of players getting off a team bus and having a bit of fun with my investigative journalism. A grown man choosing to give up a proper job in the real world so they can play Football Manager is just bonkers. I mean, I genuinely wouldn't be able to take myself seriously as an adult. Analysing, comparing players' posture on a Friday night, what a game. You're sick. Doing this in the name of FPL is a mental illness. Sorry, I don't think it is. I think it's a bit of fun. I enjoyed my research last night. Uh, um, uh, this is fun. You got too much free time. Maybe, but I don't think I do. I'm bloody busy. I just got to bed last night and thought I'd spend half an hour looking at whether or not Saka does that with his sleeves. Because again, like we go back to my investigative journalism. And yeah, we can see like these are my pros and cons. I was like, oh, it could be Saka because he's 6 centimeters taller than Trossard. It could be Saka because he's good mates with Trossard. Therefore, he would have sat with him on the bus. It could be Saka because he does that, right? I've looked online. However, Saka usually acknowledges the crowd. Saka isn't muscular around the shoulders. This chap appears to be. Saka has a more upright walking posture. I think, for example, it's timber. And when we look at Saka's posture, do you know what I mean? That's not him. Go one further, by the way. You could argue it's more his nose as well. Timber's nose. Yeah, he deleted the sack. Yeah, what does that mean, though? Yeah, no, I do ignore it. I think it's funny. Quite the inconclusive conclusion. No, do you know what? Saka might start. Saka might have been on the bus. This picture here that everyone on Twitter originally thought was Saka, I even tweeted it, isn't Saka, guys. It's just not. The more and more I look at it, it's not Saka. Whether it's Timber or not, it's not Saka. Now, Saka still might start. So we do not know if Saka will start. But the image was not Saka. That we can say. That we absolutely can say. All right? That's where I'm at. Yeah, let's change the subject. Calafiori, yeah. I don't think this season, I think the long-term plan is Arsenal have bought Calafiori knowing there's a good chance Saliba or Gabriel will be bought in the next year or two. Real Madrid for Saliba or Gabriel goes to Saudi or whatever. And if that happens, Calafiori's there ready and waiting. They've already had him in the squad for a while. I think Calafiori stays at left back this season. Long term, he'll be a left centre back. How confident am I on Foden? Yeah, confident. Jota to Brennan Johnson. No, I wouldn't be selling Jota this week. I wouldn't be selling Jota at all. No, I like Jota this week. Saka news aside, I think Bournemouth will give him a good game. Bournemouth should have beaten Chelsea at the Vitality. Bournemouth give everyone a good game at home. I think that game's got goals, though, because Bournemouth will have a go. It is a good Saka fixture if he starts. Who wants to take themselves seriously as Nado anyway? Absolutely, Gucci. Absolutely. Start Bellis or Greaves? Probably Bellis. Probably Bellis. Get your questions in, guys. I'll try and answer some quick fires. Jane, the haters going to hate. Keep up the good weight. Yeah, honestly. I'm reading them out because I think they're funny. I don't care what FPL moron thinks. Do you know what I mean? Brennan versus Maddis versus Kulu. I think I'd go Brennan for value. Start Dibling or Minter. Dibling, because you know he'll start. Minter should start, but isn't guaranteed. Although Minter against his old club, there's something in that. Start Rogers or Raul. I'd start Jimenez. Thank you, Adham. Guys, if you want to show your appreciation, I said if we get 50 subscribers, I'll give away 5 free channel memberships right here, right now. So far, I think we're on 25. So another 25 of you sub, then we can give away the free members. Start Madueke or Roberts. Madueke. Start Hall or Robinson. I would start probably Hall. Yeah, this guy. Start Rogers or Dibling. I'm starting Dibling. Let me show you my team. Dibling is in my 11. Dibling is in my 11. Get Semenyo if Saka is out. Not the best this week. I've just sold Semenyo. Oh, you've got him coming in. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. I think it's very dangerous selling Saka ahead of Bournemouth. I think there's a 50. I do think it's 50-50 in terms of will he, won't he start. Like it's so tight to call that one. It's so tight to call that one. Jackson or Cunha? Look, Cunha's going to be brilliant. This isn't the best week for him, though, is it? I think I'd start Jackson. Chelsea will score, I think. I think I'd start Rodgers over Cunha as well. Diaz to Brennan. Don't mind that. That was a move, I must admit, I considered a little bit this week. I considered that move a little bit this week. Like Diaz, if Diaz starts, he's clearly good against Chelsea. Like they're going to score goals, Liverpool. I just don't know with certainty that Diaz starts. Like I'd say he's 70% likely to start, Gakpo 30, but there's other predictors out there. Big Man Backer said yesterday with me on Chasing Green Arrows, he's 50-50 on that call. Yeah, so, you know. Diaz or Foden? Foden. I think Foden's good this week. Diaz, I've sold Diaz. We don't know if he's starting or not. We just don't know. Still nothing. We're still looking to see if we get anything concrete. We do have 20 minutes to go till the deadline. There's a possibility we get something. I don't think we're going to get anything concrete. And actually, one of the big ITK accounts has actually tweeted saying if you get anything, it's probably a guess, which is really interesting. Because I think Arsenal and Arteta have just got this on lockdown, which is why he probably wasn't on the coach. Whether he travels or not, I don't think he would have been on the coach. Such a tough one. If you're just joining, I've made 3 transfers this week. Yeah. Didn't see myself doing quite so many. So, yeah, I am sick. That'll be fine. I'm doing the Premier League podcast on Tuesday. I really hope my throat's good for that. It's a morning pod as well, morning record. So, oh, God. Oh, a fellow Trent owner. Yep. Can't see my bench. Oh, yeah. It's right. Yeah, sorry, mate. Let me change that. Take the ticker off. There we go. Take the ticker off. There's my bench. Can I do a quick recap? Absolutely, B. Thompson. Good shout. Recaps are, there is no early team leaks. The recaps are, I've made 3 transfers, bottom of the screen for that. Foden's in, Dibling's in, Solanke's in. The recaps are, since Son has been past fit, Spurs' goal-scoring odds are actually now the highest of the game week so far. Yeah, they are projected to score 2.65 goals, Man City 2.6. And the big news last night on Twitter was we didn't see Saka get off the team bus. We thought we did, but then we looked into it a little bit more, and it clearly wasn't him. Far too muscular. I think it was Timber. That's the recap. You haven't actually missed much. Want to go and buy Eze for Savio? Yeah, I don't think Evio's a bad buy. I personally would go nowhere near Eze, but I understand there's managers out there, like my mate FPL Chai, that think he's a good option. He's just not for me. I think Salah's a good own, by the way. Honestly, I think there's a lot sleeping on Salah. Is Saka out? We don't know. All we know is he wasn't on the team bus. That's not him. But he could have travelled separately. There's been no leak. I think it's 50-50. I'm risking Saka starting, knowing I've got a good first sub. We can see there, bottom of the screen, my first sub is Rodgers. I'm very happy with Rodgers coming in. So if you're starting Saka, know you've got to have a good first sub. My plan next week, guys, I am selling Saka. If you've got a free transfer and you're planning on selling Saka next week anyway, where he's got 3 tough fixtures, make the move now and sell him. If you've got a free transfer. I don't have a free transfer. I've made my 3 already. And I didn't see it as a priority sell because the player I'm replacing Saka with is Cole Palmer. No, I want Cole Palmer next week. I don't necessarily feel the need to have him this week. So, yeah. Charlie Watts says Saka out. Who's Charlie? Check WhatsApp, Johnny. Who's Charlie Watts? Oh, interesting. Interesting. Thank you for those. Arsenal journalist, caught offside, goal, author of the Sunday Times best-selling book, The Rise of Arteta's Arsenal. Okay. Could be legit. Interesting. Look, so far, that's the most credible thing we've seen. Is it absolutely 100% reliable, Charlie Watts? I mean, he's an author. He's worked for some good publications like Caught Offside, Goal. And his book on Arteta was clearly a good, big seller. How... I'm going to message him. Hang on, I'm just reading my DM history. I've spoken to him loads. I'm just trying to see where and how. It's fake. It's not him. It's absolutely fake. It's fake. It's fake. It's fake. It's fake. It's Steve-O. Oh, it's so good. Oh, fake. Damn. He's actually changed his handle. Oh, it's so good. I was reading my DM history going, why have I spoken to Charlie Watts so much? And I was reading the DM going, who is this? I think it's a DM history of me and Steve-O from Elite FPL, I think. That is so good. I love that. Love that. Ugh. Changed his handle last night at 10 o'clock. Yeah, that is class. It is fake. I know it's fake because I've just read the DM history I've got between them. Yeah, I have a DM history because it's not Charlie Watts. I literally clicked on the profile of the post and was like, oh, he follows me. I didn't know Charlie Watts followed me. He's an author. He's a blah, 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 blah. Oh, so good. And I was like, why has he got 21,000 followers and follows 6,000, of which me and like 300 other of my friends? Yeah, it's not him. It's Elite FPL. He's just tweeted again. Front three, Martinelli, Trossard. Oh, it's so funny. Jesus, Havertz also on the bench, I think. Oh, it's so bad. The leaks are just ridiculous, aren't they? Like, people just want to have fun with it, and it is fun. His real account is actually massive. Yeah, there you go. This is why I keep away from Twitter X. Yeah, probably. What chances of playing? It's 50-50. It's 50-50. Would I do Diaz to Foden for -4? No, not -4. Obviously, I'm buying Foden. He's in my team. Would I do it for -4? I don't think so. Guys, am I going to be giving away 5 free memberships today or what? Like, I said I'd give away 5 squad tier memberships if we got to 50 subs. I genuinely thought we would. It's been so quiet. You know, there's thousands of you watching the other YouTubers. I know I don't create the kind of routine that a lot do by doing every Saturday morning because I can't, and I'm not. I think it's only my second deadline stream of the season. But I thought 50 of you newbies might watch and subscribe. Now, if you are a newbie out there, and look, from the 200 of you watching, I'm guessing about 50 of you are not in the chat and 50 of you are newbies. From you newbies, if you fancy hitting that subscribe button, that would mean the world to me. Honestly, I would absolutely love that. Please do consider hitting that subscribe button so you then get, and the notification bell, so you get all the notifications for all my videos. And if 25 of you do it, sorry, 23 of you do it, I get to give away the 5 memberships. 23 subs in the next 9 minutes. Come on, guys. Come on. Can we do it? Let's answer some more questions. I just subbed. Oh, thanks, mate. Yeah, you have to put a comment in the chat. I think it's set to subscriber only mode, is it? Oh, Christ. Did I not set it to subscriber only mode? I don't even know if I set it to subscriber only mode. I don't know. 85% of you, by the way, are captaining Haaland. Outside of that, yeah, you're looking at Salah, Solanke, Son. Oh, thanks, Eamon. Good man. Good man. Another 2 if you just did it. I'm not doing FPL challenge. Guys, let us know in the chat if you're doing FPL challenge. Give us a yes or a no to Johnny's question. Dibling's going to haul. Yeah, I think so. Foden on wildcard. Yeah. I think from wildcard, you definitely pick Foden. I should have shown you a wildcard draft. I've done a wildcard video if anyone wants to check that out. Someone said, have I made 4 transfers? No, I'm not that bonkers. I made 3. Just tweet and say what I'm doing with Saka, because so many are asking me. What did do Bowen to Brennan? No. Yeah, no, don't think so. What is FPL challenge? Yeah, I mean, yeah. Yes, I play challenge when I remember to, says Rowena. Yeah. I must admit, I haven't played it this season. I played it at the end of last year. I don't hate the concept by any stretch. Just I've played too many games as it is. Play Champions League fantasy, Serie A fantasy, draft. Play sleeper draft. Pau Torres. Yeah. Start Smith Rowe. I would. Smith Rowe's awesome. He only didn't start with City because it was tactical, which I understood. Like against City, you got to set up a bit differently. Smith Rowe's going to start every other game. If Smith Rowe, he's like record signing, best player. Saka to Maddison. Don't hate it. Just think with Mads, is it not worth saving the money and going Brennan? I think there's very little to split them. But I do like Maddison, and if money's not an issue, any news on Saka? No, not yet. Sales will start. Yeah, he's been pictured in training. He's good. Just want the deadline to come now. Yeah, hurry up. Just, do you know what? This is the time where I check just on my phone, on the app, that it's all there. My team's all set, you know? Pick team. I've got, it's what I'm showing you on screen. That is there on the app right now. I'm happy. bench order, your goalkeepers, your captains. Are the 3 things you check. That you've made your transfers, obviously. Happy with that. My first, so yeah, I'm going Greaves over Mikolenko. People getting done by this tweet, man. I'm getting people messaging me on Instagram going, Saka's out. It's like, no, he might be, but please don't go off the Charles tweet. So funny, isn't it? Oh, well, you can only laugh, can't you? We've got 2 minutes left, guys. Start locking in. If you've not made your transfers, not tempted to captain Dibling. No, Freddie. Yeah, why do we get nervous around deadlines? Silly, isn't it? Let's get locked in. Just checking my team on desktop, on laptop, sorry, as well as the app. Make sure it's all right order. Yeah, Greaves instead of Mikolenko. Yeah, Haaland captain. Foden vice. Yeah. Yep. Done. Happy with that. Come on, guys, get it in now. You got seconds. Yeah, see you Sunday, dude. Don't Foden. I think owning Foden's enough. Still got seconds left. DCL for Rodgers. I'd start DCL. TikTok. Good luck, guys. It's done. It's done. Now it's done. You can chill. You can relax, and you can check out. Honestly, there's only 170 of you in. If you haven't heard of Sleeper, they're giving away ridiculous prizes this season. It's an app. It's a predictor game called Pick'em. And if you predict home, draw, or away, and you get more right than everyone else, you win big prizes. I, this season, have given away a PS5 and 7 £100 Amazon vouchers. 8 prizes, 8 game weeks, 7 prizes. Every week I give away a big prize. You can join my Pick'em League. You've seen me talk about that. Well, this is a new game, a Champions League Pick'em, where there's a new link. If you're already playing, check this one out for more big prizes. There's a link in the description below. Click that link and it will take you straight through to the Sleeper app. It takes seconds to sign up if you're not already signed up. It's free and you're going to have loads of fun. And you lot, my subscribers, hopefully will be the ones that win the prizes because there's not a huge amount of people in the league. So guys, if you haven't already, do check out the Sleeper Pick'em League. Loads of fun. Loads of fun. Guys, that's been loads of fun. I'm going to be in the house tomorrow morning. We're going to be reviewing the game week gone, looking at all the data from the Saturday game. So come and see me tomorrow morning, slightly earlier than this, 9 a.m. I look forward to that very much. On your way out, check out the Sleeper game. And good luck this game week, guys. For when I'll be adding you in the WhatsApp group very, very soon. I'll speak to you all very soon, guys. Thank you, as always, for being amazing, for staying with me for the last hour and a half, keeping me entertained. I'll see you tomorrow morning. Bye-bye. Let's go, Foden.